Now, how about them damn Celtics?
And we are back with another How About Them Celtics video. Sam and I are here recording on Sunday, September 8th. We're talking about Jaylen Brown today. Jaylen Brown was working out with Steph Curry and Paige Becker, so figure we'd take a look at that, the brief clips we got, and then just talk about Jaylen a little bit in general heading into next season. I'll pull it up here, but JB's been everywhere this summer. It's been a busy Jaylen summer so far.
Didn't you say he was like what, best summer of his life or having a great summer?
He's having
Whatever
a
he
great summer.
tweeted.
Yeah, great summer for Jaylen. And he's not wrong. We're out with Steph Curry and Paige Beckers. I feel like there was somebody else there with them, but I don't remember who it was. I think I saw a picture and I don't remember. But hanging out at what gym is this? Is the MBPA gym? I didn't know the MBPA had a gym. It seems like a very random thing to have a gym for specifically. But
I suppose,
yeah,
but
JB, Steph and Paige.
in theory, it makes sense.
I get, yeah, but like it just feels like it's an entity, not like I don't know. It just feels like the MBPA doesn't necessarily need a physical landmark to mark themselves. It just feels like a thing. Like the NBA teams already have all their gyms and stuff like that. So like, do we really need like an MBPA gym? But anyways, Jaylen and Steph working together. Maybe it's gonna spawn a bunch of Jalen's gonna shoot 40% from three now. Obviously Paige Becker's at UConn still. Gonna be in the draft next year, I think. But hey, they're getting ready. Jalen's getting ready to rock. Everyone's been very adamant about. I mean, we've talked about it a million times. Like the Celtics are so motivated going into next year despite winning a championship because Jaylen got snubbed. Jason Tatum got, I don't know what you want to call it, whatever, Team USA. And Jalen's just been kind of like doing side quests all summer, getting ready for the season. He's just kind of doing everything all at once. I'm excited to watch him play. I'm excited to watch everybody in the Celtics play, but Jaylen is going to be really interesting.
I mean, he really is doing everything. He's in the gym with Steph Curry. He's in the pool dunking basketballs. He's in the desert. He's just not on Team USA. That's the only thing. And everybody has beat that horse to death and the motivation he'll draw from that. But spanning past that, like Jaylen Brown is somebody in the past who has consistently come back, improved. Every single season, it feels like he picks up a new skill. He perfects some part of his game and just simply comes back as someone who is going to help the Celtics that much more, right? In the past, we've seen him improve shooting, his ball handling, his decision-making. And I think the decision-making is the thing that's really up next. Everything else is consistent. That is there sometimes it's not. In the playoffs, it felt like it was a lot better. He did a good job of just electing to defer if the defense threw all the attention at him. This year, I think Jaylen can go to another level. One, for the same reason we have pumped Tatum up this summer of just having the relief of finally finishing the job. Two, he had a tremendous finish to the season last year. He really took his game up to a new level in March. Obviously winning both the Eastern Conference and Finals MVP awards. He had a good playoff run as well. If he's able to build off that confidence, he could really take a step forward with the Celtics and just in the league in general is climbing up the ranks in the NBA's top whatever players, right? Like he's probably ranked in the teens, low 20s on all these lists. He probably could knock on the door of the top 12 if he's consistent and bodying people. I mean, think about it. Like Jimmy Butler's the guy that's like always put up around there. Like Jimmy Butler is better than Jaylen right now. And he's held in that regard because he shows out in the playoffs. Well, Jaylen just showed out in the playoffs. He won 2 of the awards you can win for showing out in the playoffs, whether you feel like he completely deserved it or not. He won them. He was excellent in the Eastern Conference Finals. He was there in the big moments, and he rode confidence he built up in March. I'll point to the Denver game until I die. Just being better than everybody, being stronger than everybody, and using his body. This year, if he does that, look out.
I think Jaylen can definitely get into the top 15. 12 I only worry about because of like the KDs and Stephs and LeBrons. Like those are the guys are like those guys are like 10, 11, 12 or 8, 9, 10 right now. And so it's like I just pulled up like the ringer just to like have a reference to all the players in front of me. It's like Jokic, Luka, Giannis, Shea, Tatum, which having Shea over Tatum is insane to me right now, but whatever. Embiid, Steph, Ant, KD, AD, Brunson, James, Booker, Kawhi, Jaylen, I think he can get past Booker and Leonard. Maybe 12 is not that crazy. Like if you think KD is going to be a regression, then you think he's going to pass KD. There's that, but like, I don't know. I mean, rankings are subjective. Like for all we know, Wemby could be above Jaylen next year, right? Like it's
don't get me
you know
wrong.
what I'm saying. Like it's impossible. But I totally agree with the concept. Like I feel like Jaylen and Jason get universally downgraded a bit because of how good the Celtics are, which doesn't make a ton of sense.
And they have each
like,
other. They're almost
yeah,
thought of as like a pairing rather than individuals.
yeah, and I get it from the perspective of like expectations are higher. Obviously, the stats aren't going to look as good, and like they've only won once or whatever. I don't know. But like at the same time, like, you're the same way you judge or you try to like take away. I'm doing a terrible job of explaining my line of thinking. Like a good player and a bad team. You have to add the context of they're on a bad team, but is it empty stats versus are they just good and they don't have help around them? Like Zach LaVine is one example, right? And for a while, you want to give him the benefit of the doubt because he was on objectively bad Minnesota teams, right? Like he just never had a chance. Finally put him in a position to win a little bit, even though the Bulls are not very good, right? And as he's getting older, the efficiency tails off a little bit. The injuries start to pile up, and you're like, okay, well, it just never really came together. And then I'm trying to think of an example of somebody who was like on a bad team, went to a better team. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, Aaron
teams
Gordon.
yeah, Aaron Gordon. Team success and the team you put around a player can only, dictate so much of the conversation before you take a step back and realize, okay, like what are this individual skill sets? How do they contribute to winning? And Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum contributed to winning in the best way they knew how and the best way that was for the team. And I feel like getting docked for playing the right way and playing team style of basketball and propping up we're going to build a team around a heliocentric player. Like, I don't think that heliocentric players should get any extra recognition because like you could do that with Jason Tatum. You could do that with Jaylen Brown. I don't know. I don't think it would be maybe as good offensively as Luka, as good as blah, 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 whatever. But that's all hypothetical. I think the only thing you can do is judge the player and how well they win in their current situation. And Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown have done that in almost as good of a way as anybody else in the league. So I think they get talked a little bit too much in those types of conversations. I was at a bar last night with my friends and I spent the entire time just getting ragged on, like obviously jokingly, but like Tatum sucks. I'm like, I just don't want to be here anymore. But anyways, I digress. I've rambled long enough. Jaylen's working out with Steph Curry. Excited to see what he does for me on out. I feel like that was like a nonsensical tangent I just went on, but whatever.
I can't wait for us to not do videos like this anymore. Another month.
Yeah. Talking about real hoops would be
excellent.
Pretty fun. You know what we should do? Next time we do video like this, I want to keep it under 10 minutes though. We should just react to highlights of games we liked watching. We should just go back to reacting to actual basketball again. Like, we should just watch stuff. We should just, fuck it. Let's react to like best Derek White game. We can do that. We can do, have viewers submit their games of the season. We'll watch all of them. We'll rank them. We got to do. I want to watch basketball again. I don't want to do this. I don't want to talk about random stuff. I'm happy to keep the content going, but God, a month away from preseason, right? Roughly.
We're getting there, man.
Maybe less.
What are we, 3 weeks from media day? Media day we can talk about. That'll be fun.
Less than 3 weeks from media day. Media day is the 24th. So we're like almost 2 weeks.
16 days
for media day. Yeah, getting there. Anyways, we'll leave it there. Let us know what you think of JB and JT heading into the season. Do you think Stephen Curry's going to help him be a 50% 3-point shooter? Let us know. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll let Sam take it out.
Hey, thank you very much for listening and watching. Make sure you subscribe, leave a like, comment, hit the bell. If you hit the bell, you won't miss any of our daily uploads. New stuff coming every morning at 5 a.m. Pods, Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. Game recaps once we're finally back to real hoops. The morning after each game. And other videos like this one are up there to keep you busy in between. We also have all of our pods and game recaps on Spotify and Apple. So if you don't want to see our faces or go to YouTube or just don't want to have your phone open, yeah, you can follow us there and those will go right into your feed. Leave a 5-star review. We'd appreciate that very much. You can email us, hbtcpod@gmail.com. Jack mentioned sending in some of the games you liked from the past season. Send in your thoughts on Jaylen, send your rat list, send whatever. hbtcpod@gmail.com. The socials are at How About Them C's. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Just the name of the podcast. All of our streams are there. They're on Twitter. Jack's Twitter's at Jack's Moon NBA. Mine's at Sam LaFrance, and the answer for us.
Tic-tac-toe.